Assembling the beer machine. The beer machine is made in two halves. This makes it easy to clean, which is the single most important task in brewing great-tasting beer. The case halves have to be cleaned with hot water before assembly and then sanitized after assembly just before you're ready to begin making beer. See the brewing guide for a simple sanitation process. One thing you must remember is not to wash the beer machine case halves in a dishwasher because the drying cycle is too hot and could deform sections of the rim, which is a precision molded part engineered to work together with the main seal. The bottom half has the base stand attached, as well as having a smooth inner surface with a small hole for the spigot tap in the front end. The spigot tap assembly has 6 parts: the spigot tap itself, the retainer nut, 2 rubber washers, a dispensing tube, and the float. To install, take one of the washers and place it over the retainer nut. Insert the retainer nut through the hole and place the second washer over the retainer nut threads and screw the tap onto the retainer nut until it is as tight as possible by hand. Rotate the tap into a vertical position. Press one end of the tube into the float and press the other end firmly into the hole in the middle of the retainer nut. Your spigot tap and dispensing system is now fully assembled. The top half has an opening on one end for the carbonation unit and a large hole in the middle for the PRV and defoamer cup assembly, which should be installed last. The carbonation unit should be installed next, and the assembly has 6 parts, not including the CO2 cartridge. Similar to the spigot tap, the carbonation unit has an inner retainer nut with 2 washers. But before you put it together, the backflow preventer must be inserted into the end of the retainer nut. Insert the retainer nut the same way as the spigot tap, with 1 washer on the outside and 1 washer on the inside of the case half. Hand tighten the carbonation unit and adjust into a vertical position. The carbonation unit and spigot tap should now be installed and the final assembly can begin. The main seal and clamps secure the top and bottom halves of the beer machine together to form a secure, completely closed mini brew house once the carbonation unit and the spigot assembly is attached. Notice that there is a top and bottom side to the clamps. The bottom side of the clamp can be identified by its rough edge, while the top side of the clamp has a smooth finish to the edge. Obviously, installing the main seal correctly is very important. The main seal is made from a pliable food-grade silicone material that can provide many years of brewing performance. There is no difference between the top and bottom of the main seal. To install the main seal correctly, first locate the main seal over the seal channel that runs around the rim of the bottom case half. Then insert 2 diagonally opposite corners by pressing firmly down on the seal and securing in the channel. Then, likewise, press the seal into the remaining 2 corners. Then work the seal by pressing it into the seal channel from the 4 corners towards the middle until the seal is firmly fitted into the seal channel around the bottom case half. Should at any time there appear to be too much or too little seal material, the seal may be stretched or compacted. The pliable silicone material will both stretch and compact to fit as needed. After the main seal is installed, lower the top case half over the bottom case half, guiding it in place with the locator pins on each end of the case halves. When properly located, press down on the top case half and begin installing the clamps. Remember, the clamps have a smooth top to make sure that they're facing upward. First, slide the clamp on the front of the beer machine. Next, clamp the back. Now install the rest of the clamps in a crisscross pattern, starting on any corner, then install the clamp diagonally across from it. Install the last 2 clamps in any order. Assemble the PRV unit by first placing the flat, round rubber seal around the bottom of the defoamer cup lid. Press it into place flush against the lid. When you press the lid into the defoamer cup, there should be a soft click. Place the defoamer PRV assembly into the opening of the top of the beer machine and secure it with the cap nut. Your beer machine is now assembled.